Berurach, Sword of the Spirit, narrated and interpreted by Wendy.
Husheo. Chapter 1. The word of Yahweh that came to Husheo, the son of Be'eri, during the days of Uzziah, Jotham, Ahaz, and Chezkiyahu, kings of Yehudah, and in the days of Jeroboam, the son of Joash, king of Yisrael. Yahweh began the word with Husheo, and Yahweh said to Husheo, Go, take a wife of whoredoms, and children of whoredoms unto yourself, for the land has committed great whoredom, departing from Yahweh. So he went and took Gomer, the daughter of Diblaim, who conceived and bore him a son. And Yahweh said to him, Call his name Yisrael, for yet a little while, and I will avenge the blood. All will sow it for the house of Yahweh, and will cause the kingdom of the house of Yisrael to rest. During that day it will come to pass that I will break the bow of Yisrael in the valley of what all sows. Then she conceived again, and bore a daughter. And Elohim said to him, Call her name Lavruchama, for I will have no more mercy upon the house of Yisrael, but I will completely take them away. However, I will have mercy upon the house of Yehudah, and I will save them by Yahweh their Elohim. Therefore, they will not be saved by a bow, nor a sword, nor by battle, by horses, nor by horsemen. Now when she had weaned Lavruchama, she conceived and bore a son. Then Elohim said, Call his name La'ami, for you are not my people, and I will not be your Elohim. Chapter 2. And it shall be that the number of the children of Yisrael will be like the sand of the sea, which cannot be measured nor numbered. And it will come to pass that in the place where it was said to them, You are not my people, there it will be said to them, You are the children of the living All. Then the children of Yehudah and the children of Yisrael will be gathered together, and appoint themselves one head, and they will come up from the land. For great will be the day of the sowing of all. Say to your brethren, my people, and to your sisters, have mercy. Plead with your mother, plead, for she is not my wife, nor am I her husband. Therefore, let her put away whoredoms out of her sight, and her adulteries from between her breasts. Or else I will strip her naked, and make her like during the days that she was born, and make her like a wilderness, and make her a dry land, and slay her with thirst. Moreover, I will not have mercy upon her children, for they are the children of whoredoms. For their mother has played the harlot. She who has conceived them has done shamefully, for she said, I will chase after my lovers, who give me my bread and water, my wool and flax, my oil and drink. Therefore, behold, I will hedge her way with thorns, and make a wall, so that she will not find her paths. And she will chase after her lovers, but she will not reach them. And she will seek them, but will not find them. Then she will say, I will go and return to my first husband, for it was better with him than now. For she did not realize that I gave her grain, and wine, and oil. Also I multiplied her silver. However, it was made into gold for Baal. Therefore I will return and take away my grain during its time, and my wine during its season. Also I will recover my wool and my flax, which was given to cover her nakedness. And now I will expose her shame in the sight of her lovers, and no one will deliver her out of my hand. Also, I will cause all her joy to end, her feast days and her new moons, and her Shabbats, and all her appointed times. Also, I will destroy her vines and her fig trees, which, she has said, these are the rewards that my lovers have given me. And I will make them a forest, and the beasts of the field will eat them. And I will visit upon her the days of the Baalim, in which she burned incense to them. Furthermore, she adorned herself with her earrings and her jewels. Then she chased after her lovers, but forgot me, saith Yahweh. Therefore, behold, I will lure her and bring her into the wilderness and speak to her heart. From there I will give her vineyards and the muddy valley to a door of hope. And there she will sing like during the days of her youth, and like during the day when she came up out of the land of Mizraim. And it will be during that day, saith Yahweh, that you will call me my husband, and you will not call me my master any more. For I will take away the names of the Baalim out of her mouth, and they will not be remembered by their name any more. Also during that day I will make a covenant for them with the beasts of the field, and with the fowl of the heavens, and with the creeping things of the ground. Therefore I will break the bow and the sword and their attacks from the earth. Why shouldn't they lie down safely? Then I will betroth you to myself forever. Also I will betroth you to me in righteousness, and in judgment, and in kindness, and in mercies. I will even betroth you to me in faithfulness. Then you will know he who exists. And during that day it will come to pass, I will answer. Yahweh says, I will answer the heavens, and they will answer the earth, and the earth will answer the grain, and the wine, and the oil, and they will answer the sowing of all. For I will sow her for myself throughout the earth. Then I will have mercy upon those who did not have mercy. And I will say to those who were not my people, you are my people. And they will say, you are my all. Chapter 3. Then Yahweh said to me, go, love a woman who is loved by her companion, yet is an adulteress. Like the love of Yahweh towards the children of Yisrael. However, they look towards other deities and love flagons of wine. So I brought her to myself for 15 pieces of silver, and for 1.5 omers of barley. Moreover, I said to her, you will abide with me many days, and you will not be with another man. Likewise, I will be with you. For the children of Yisrael will abide many days without a king, and without a prince, and without a sacrifice, and without a monument, and without an ephod, and without a teraphim. Afterward, the children of Yisrael will return and seek Yahweh, their Elohim, and David, their king. And they will revere Yahweh and his goodness in the latter days. Chapter 4. Hear the word of Yahweh, you children of Yisrael, for Yahweh has a controversy with the inhabitants from the land, because there is no truth, no mercy, no knowledge of Elohim in the land. By swearing and lying and killing and stealing and committing adultery, they burst through, and blood touches blood. Therefore the land mourns, and everyone who dwells in it will wither away, along with the beasts of the field, and the birds of the heavens, and even the fishes of the sea will be removed. How is it that no one challenges or corrects anyone, like I contend with the priests? Therefore you will fall during the day, and during the night the prophets will fall with you. Also I will bleed your mother. My people are destroyed for lack of knowledge, Because you have rejected knowledge, I will also reject you from being a priest for me. Seeing you have forgotten the teaching of your Elohim, I will also forget your children. The more they have increased, the more they have sinned against me. So I will change their glory into shame. My people will eat their sin, and they will set their heart on their iniquity. Therefore, people will become like priests, and I will punish them for their ways, and repay them for their behavior. For they will eat, but not have enough. They will commit whoredom, but not increase, because they have abandoned listening to He who exists. Whoredom and wine and new wine will take the heart. My people ask counsel from their trees, and their staffs declare to them. For the spirit of whoredom wanders. Therefore they have gone whoring from under their Elohim. They sacrifice upon the top of the mountains. Also, because the shade is nice under oaks and poplars and elms, they burn incense upon the hills. For this reason, your daughters commit whoredom, and your brides commit adultery. Will I not punish your daughters when they are whores, or your brides when they commit adultery? For they are among the whores who have separated themselves. And with the Kedessa, they offer sacrifices for the people. Furthermore, people without understanding will be troubled. If Yeshariel plays the harlot, do not let Yehuda be guilty, and do not go to the whirlwind, nor ascend to the house in between, nor swear Yahweh lives. For just as a heifer is stubborn, Yeshariel is stubborn. Now Yahweh will feed them like a lamb in a large space. Ephraim has joined to idols. Let him alone. She drinks rebellion continually. Her deep love of whoredom dishonors her shield. The Spirit has bound her up in her wings, and they will be ashamed because of their sacrifices. Chapter 5. Hear this, O priests, and hearken, O house of Yeshariel, and give ear, O house of the king. For judgment is upon you, because you have been a trap for the watchtower, and a net spread upon a mound. Therefore the slaughter of the rebellious has deepened, and I will correct them all. I know Ephraim, and Yeshariel is not hidden from me. For now, O Ephraim, you have committed whoredom, and Yeshariel is defiled. Their behavior does not turn them toward their Elohim, for the spirit of whoredoms is in the midst of them, and they have not known Yehovah. And the pride of Yeshariel will be testified to his face. Therefore Yeshariel and Ephraim will fall in their iniquity. Also Yehuda will fall with them. They will go with their flocks and with their herds to seek Yehovah, but they will not find him. He has withdrawn himself from them. They betrayed Yehovah because they begot heathen children. Now the new will devour them with their portions. Blow your shupar in the hill, and the trumpets in the plateau. Cry aloud at the house of iniquity after you, O Binyamin. Ephraim will be desolate during the day of rebuke. Among the tribes of Yeshariel, I have made known what will surely come to pass. The princes of Yehuda were like those who removed a boundary. Therefore I will pour out my wrath upon them like water. Chapter 6. Ephraim is oppressed and broken in judgment, because he willingly follows bylaws. Therefore I will be like a moth to Ephraim, and like rottenness in the house of Yehuda. When Ephraim saw his sickness and Yehuda saw his wound, then Ephraim went to Ashur and sent to King Yareb, but he could not heal you, nor cure you of your wound. For I will be like a lion to Ephraim, and like a young lion to the house of Yehuda. Surely I will tear and carry them away, and no one will rescue him. And I will go and return to my place until they acknowledge their offense and seek my face. In their affliction they will seek me early. Come, and let us return unto Yahweh, for he has torn us, but he will heal us. He has cut us, but he will wrap us. After 2 days he will revive us. During the 3rd day he will raise us up, and we will live in his sight. Then we will know, we will chase the knowledge of Yahweh. His going forth is prepared like the morning, and he will come to us like the rain, like the latter and former rain of the earth. O Ephraim, what I would do for you! O Yehuda, what I would do for you! For your goodness is like a morning cloud. However, like the early dew, it goes away. Therefore I have cut them by the prophets. I have slain them by the words of my mouth. Furthermore, the enlightenment of your judgments has omitted, for I desire mercy and not sacrifice, and the knowledge of Elohim more than ascension offerings. However, there they have dealt treacherously with me. Like Adam, they have transgressed the covenant. Gilead is a city of those who work iniquity, and it is polluted with blood. Just like troops of robbers wait for a man, so too the company of priests consent to murder along the way, for they devise schemes. I have seen a scandal in the house of Yeshariel, for there the whoredom of Ephraim has defiled Yeshariel. Also, when I return the captives of my people, Yehuda has been appointed to harvest you. Chapter 7. As I healed Yeshariel, then the iniquity of Ephraim and the wickedness of Shamerun will be discovered, for they commit falsehood. Therefore a thief will come inside, and a troop of robbers will spoil the outside. Furthermore, in their hearts they do not consider that I remember all their wickedness. Now they turn around before my face, surrounded by their actions. They make the king glad with their wickedness, and the princes with their lies. They are all adulterers. Like with an oven that is heated for baking, they will stop awakening the dough by kneading it until it is leavened. During the day of his king, the princes will make him sick. By drawing the wine of scoffers with his hand, he becomes drunk. All night the baker sleeps. Because they have prepared his heart like an oven that lies in wait, in the morning he awakens like a flaming fire. All of them are burning like an oven, and they have eaten their judgments. All of their kings have fallen. There is none among them who call upon me. Ephraim has mingled himself with the nations. Ephraim is a cake that has not been turned over. The unauthorized have devoured his power, but he does not know it. Also, gray hairs are here and there upon him, yet he does not realize it, even though the pride of Yeshariel is testified to his face. However, despite this, they will not return unto Yahweh, their Elohim, nor seek him. Also, Ephraim is like a silly dove outside of her own heart. They will call to Mizraim. They will go to Asher. When they go, I will spread my net upon them. I will bring them down like the birds of the heavens. I will chastise them like their congregation has heard. Woe to them, for they have fled from me. Destruction to them, because they have transgressed against me. Although I have redeemed them, still they have spoken lies against me. When they howl upon their beds, with their heart, do they not cry against me? They assemble themselves for grain and wine, yet they rebel against me. Although I have wrapped and strengthened their arms, still they imagine mischief against me. They will return to the Most High. They are like a deceitful bow. Their princes will fall by the sword for the rage of their tongue. This is for the mockery with the land of Mitzrayim. Chapter 8. A trumpet is against your mouth like an eagle is against the house of Yahweh, because they have transgressed my covenant and trespassed against my Torah. Yishariel cries to me, my Elohim, we know you. Yishariel is rejected. The enemy who pursues him is good. They have set up kings, but not by me. They have made princes, yet I do not know them. They have made idols with their gold and silver. For this they are cut off. Shamerun, your calf cuts you off. My anger is kindled against them. How long will they not possess innocence? Because it is for Yeshariel, and the workmen made it, and is not Elohim, therefore the calf of Shamerun will be broken into pieces. For they have sown a wind, but they will reap a whirlwind. It has no stalk. Its bud will not produce grain. If it did produce, the heathens would swallow it up. Now Yeshariel is swallowed up. They are among the nations, like a vessel in which there is no pleasure. For they have gone up to Ashur, a wild ass, alone by himself. Ephraim has hired lovers. Also, because he has hired among the nations, now I will gather them, and the king of princes will pierce a little of their burden. Because Ephraim has made many altars to sin, the altars will be a sin to him. I have written to him. The greatness of my teaching was considered like a heresy. They sacrifice flesh from my sacrifice offerings and eat it, but he who exists does not accept them. Now he remembers their iniquity and addresses their sins. They will return to Mitzrayim. For Yeshariel has forgotten his maker, and he has built temples, and Yehuda has increased with fortified cities. But I will send a fire upon his cities, and it will devour their palaces. Chapter 9. Yeshariel, do not rejoice for celebrations like the nations, for you have gone whoring from your Elohim. You love the wages upon every threshing floor. The floor and the winepress will not feed them, and the new wine will fail in her. They will not dwell in the land of Yahweh. Instead, Ephraim will return to Mitzrayim, and they will eat unclean things in Ashur. They will not offer wine offerings unto Yahweh, nor will they be pleasing to him. Their sacrifices will be like the bread of mourners to them. All who eat of it will be polluted. Because their bread is for themselves, it will not enter into the house of Yahweh. What will you do during the appointed times, and during the feasts of Yahweh? For behold, they are gone because of destruction. Mitzrayim will gather them up. Mop will bury them. Nettles will inherit their valuable silver. Thorns will be in their tabernacles. The days of visitation have come. The days of paybacks have come, because of the multitude of their iniquity and their great hatred. Yeshariel will think, the speaker is a fool, a madman with a spirit. The watchman of Ephraim is with my deity, but this prophet is a snare and a bird trapper in all his ways, even hated in the house of his Elohim. They have deeply corrupted themselves, like in the days of Gibeat. Therefore he will remember their iniquity. He will address their sins. I found Yeshariel like grapes in the wilderness. In its beginning, I saw your forefathers like a ripe fig on a fig tree. But these went to Baal Peor, and they separated themselves to an abomination. Therefore they have become detestable when they were loved. As for Abraham, their glory will fly away like a bird from the birth and from the womb and from conception. Although they will raise their children, I have miscarried those from Adam. Therefore, woe to them when I depart from them. I see Abraham just like Zur, a plant in a pleasant place. But Abraham will bring his children to the slaughterer. Give them, O Yahweh, what you will give them. Give them an unfruitful womb and dry breasts. All their wickedness is in Gilgal, for there I hate them. Because of their wicked behavior, I will drive them out of my house. I will not love them any more. All their princes are rebellious. Abraham is smitten. Their root is dried up. They will bear no fruit. Yet, if they bring forth, still I will slay the beloved fruit of their womb. My Elohim will cast them away, because they did not hearken to him, and they will be wanderers among the nations. Chapter 10. Yishareal is an empty vine. He brings forth fruit for himself. Like the abundance of his fruit for the land, they have an abundance of monuments. Their heart is divided. Now they will be found guilty. He will break down their altars. He will plunder their monuments. For now they say, we have no king, because we did not fear in Yahweh. What then can a king do to us? They have spoken words, swearing falsely in making a covenant. Therefore, judgment springs up like hemlock in the furrows of a field. The inhabitants of Shamerun will fear because of the calves of Beit Awen, for its people mourn over them, and its priests had rejoiced over them, for their glory has departed from it. Also, it will be carried to Asher for a present to King Yareb. Abraham will receive shame, and Yishareal will be ashamed of his own counsel. As for Shamerun, her king is cut off like foam upon the water. Also, the high places of Awen, the sin of Yishareal, will be destroyed. The thorn and the thistle will come up on their altars, and they will say to the mountains, cover us, and to the hills, fall on us. O Yishareal, you have sinned since the days of Gibeat. There they stood, the battle in Gibeat against the children of iniquity did not overtake them. It is my desire that I will chastise them, and the people will be gathered against them. Then they will bind them in their two furrows. And Abraham is like a trained heifer, and loves to tread out the grain. Therefore I will pass over upon her fair neck. I will make Abraham to ride, Yehuda to plow, and Yahub will break his clods. Sow righteousness for yourselves, to reap mercy. Break up your hard ground, for it is time to seek Yahweh, until he comes and rains righteousness upon you. You have plowed wickedness. You have reaped iniquity. You have eaten the fruit of lies, because you trusted in your ways, in the multitude of your mighty men. Therefore, an uproar will rise up among your people, and all your fortresses will be plundered, like Shalman plundered Beit Arbal. During the day of battle, the mother was dashed in pieces upon her children. So too Beit Al will do to you because of your great wickedness. In the morning the king of Yishareal will utterly be cut off. Chapter 11. For Yishareal was like a child, and I loved him, and out of Mitzrayim I called my son. He called to them. Therefore he went from them to the Baalim. they sacrificed, and they burned incense to graven images. However, I am he who took Ephraim by the arms and taught him how to walk. But he does not realize that I healed them. With my cords of Adam, I exist through them. With strings of love, I led them. I raised their cheek very high and laid grain for them. He will not return to the land of Mitzrayim. Instead, Ashur will be his king, because he refuses to repent. Furthermore, the sword will abide on his cities, and will consume his branches, and devour them, because of their own counsels. My people cling to backsliding from me. Although the Most High calls to him, no one acknowledges him at all. Oh, how can I give you away, Ephraim? How can I deliver you, Yeshariel? How can I make you like the red earth? How can I establish you like the gazelle? Repentance and compassion turn together within my heart. I will not execute the fierceness of my anger. I will not turn to destroy Ephraim, for I am all and not a man. The Holy One will be in the midst of you, but I will not enter into the city. He will follow after Yahweh like a lion. He will roar. When the children of the west are terrified, then he will roar. They will be terrified like a bird out of Mitzrayim, and like a dove out of the land of Ashur. Then I will dwell with them in their houses, saith he who exists. Chapter 12. Ephraim surrounds me with lies, and the house of Yeshariel with deceit. However, Yehuda still rules with all, and with the faithful holy ones. Ephraim feeds on wind and follows the east wind, increasing lies and desolation. Also, they make a covenant with Ashur and carry oil into Mitzrayim. Furthermore, Yahweh has a dispute with Yehuda, and will appoint Jacob according to his ways, according to his doings, he will regard him. He took his brother by the heel in the womb, and by his strength he had power with Elohim. Also, he reigned over the angel and prevailed. He wept and made supplication for him, and found him in Beit Al, and there he spoke to us, even Yahweh Elohim of hosts. Yahweh is his memorial. Therefore, return to your Elohim, keep mercy and judgment. Also, wait upon your Elohim continually. He is a merchant. The balances of deceit are in his hand. He loves to oppress. And Ephraim said, Surely I have become rich. I have discovered wealth for myself. In all my labors, they will not find iniquity in me, that is sin. Yet I, Yahweh, who has been your Elohim since the land of Mitzrayim, will make you dwell in tents again, like during the days of the solemn feast. Also, I have spoken by the prophets, and I have multiplied visions, and used similitudes by the ministry of the prophets. Is there iniquity in Gilead? Surely they are vain. They sacrifice bulls in Gilgal. Their altars are like heaps in the furrows of the fields. And Jacob fled into the country of Aram, and Yeshariel served for a wife, and for a wife he kept sheep. Also, Yahweh brought Yeshariel out of Mitzrayim by a prophet, and by a prophet he was preserved. Ephraim provoked him to anger most bitterly. Therefore he will leave his blood upon him, and the reproach of his Lord will return to him. Chapter 13. When Ephraim spoke with trembling, he was exalted within Yeshariel. But when he became guilty with Baal, he died. And now they continue to sin, and from their silver they have made a molten image for themselves according to the design of their deities. All of it is the work of craftsmanship. Of them they say, Those who sacrifice a dumb may kiss the calves. Therefore they will be like the morning cloud, and like the early dew that passes away, like the chaff that is driven with the whirlwind out of the floor, and like the smoke out of a chimney. However, I am Yahweh your Elohim, from the land of Mitzrayim, and you will know no deity but me, and there is no Savior beside me. I knew you in the wilderness, in the land of great drought. They were filled according to their pasture. They were filled, and their heart was exalted. So they have forgotten me. Therefore I will be like a lion to them. I will watch them like a leopard along the way. I will meet them like a bear that is bereaved of her cubs, and I will tear the coal from their inside. And there I will devour them like a lion, a wild beast that tears them. O Yeshariel, you have destroyed yourself, but your help is in me. Where is your king then? And he can save you in all your cities. Also your judges, of whom you said, give me a king and princes. In my anger I gave you a king, and in my wrath I took him away. The iniquity of Ephraim is bound up, his sin is hidden. The sorrows of a travailing woman will come upon him. He is an unwise son, for he will not stay on the birthing stool long to bring forth children. From the hand of hell I would have ransomed them from death. I would have redeemed them from death. I will be your words of death. I will decree your destruction of hell. Repentance will be hidden from my eyes. Although he is fruitful among his brethren, an east wind will come. The wind of Yahweh will come up from the wilderness. Then his spring will become dry, and his fountain will be dried up, and he will plunder the treasure of all pleasant vessels. The watch mountain will become desolate, for she has rebelled against her Elohim. They will fall by the sword. Their infants will be dashed in pieces, and their women with children will be ripped up. Chapter 14. O Yeshariel, return unto Yahweh your Elohim, for you have fallen by your iniquity. Take with your words, and return unto Yahweh. Say to him, take away all iniquity, and receive us graciously. Then we will offer bulls with our lips. A wall will not save us, nor will we ride upon horses, nor will we say about the works of our hands, you are our deities, any more. For the fatherless find mercy in you. I will heal their backsliding. I will love them freely, for my anger will be turned away from him. I will be like the dew for Yeshariel. He will grow like the lily, and cast forth his roots like Lebanon. His branches will spread, and his beauty will be like the olive tree, and his smell will be like Lebanon. Those who return, who dwell under his shadow, will be revived like the grain, and grow like the vine. Its scent will be like the wine of Lebanon. I have heard, Ephraim. What do I have to do with idols? Therefore I will observe him. I am like the green fir tree. Your fruit is found from me. Those who are wise and have understanding will discern these things. Then he will know. For the ways of Yahweh are straight, and the righteous will walk in them, but the transgressors will stumble in them. The end. Thank you for listening to my interpretation of Husheo. I hope that you find my Bible series, Choreb Beruach, Sword of the Spirit, enlightening. The word of Yahweh is a treasure trove of mysteries. It's amazing what you'll discover when you read it with your eyes open. My name is Wendy, and you've been called out of darkness